Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's tutorial, I'm going to teach you all how to crochet a very beautiful heart cutout sweater. And the materials I'm going to be using for this tutorial are 5 ply milkcotton yarn. I'll be making use of 2 shades of color, white and blue, measuring tape, 3mm hook, scissors and stitch markers. These are very important, but you can substitute for safety pins or a different color of yarn if you don't have a stitch marker. Now let's get into customization. So now for customization, this is a one size fits all pattern, but you can customize it to fit whatever size you're making it for. So in this tutorial, I'll be teaching you all how to make this for a size large. But if you want to make this for a bigger size, I would advise that you switch up your hook and make use of a 4mm hook or a 4.5mm hook. So let's say you wear an extra large, I'll advise you make use of a 4mm hook, and if you wear an extra large, I'll advise you make use of a 4.5mm hook. But if you're making this for a small to medium, I would advise that you make use of a 2mm hook or 2.5mm hook, depending on your tension. So if you have a tighter tension, make use of a 2.5mm hook. If you have a loose tension, make use of a 2mm hook. So with that out of the way, let's get right into it. To begin, start by making a slip knot. Then make a total of 40 chains. So once you have your 40 chains made, you're going to go ahead and slip stitch into the very first chain that you made. So make sure your work is straight like this before making your slip stitch so that your work doesn't get twisted. Go into the very first chain that you made and you're going to make a slip stitch. And now we have a very big ring. So for row 1, chain up 2. Now this chain 2 doesn't count as a stitch. You're going to yarn over and go into that very same stitch that you placed your slip stitch, and make a double crochet. So now we're going to make a double crochet increase in the next 6 chains. And to make a double crochet increase, go into the next chain and you're going to place 2 double crochet into that chain. This is a double crochet increase. So make a double crochet increase in the next 5 chains. So I've made 6 double crochet increase in total. So now in the next 2 chains, we're going to make 1 double crochet in each of them. Now make 5 double crochet together stitch. To do that, yarn over, go into the next chain space and you're going to yarn over and pull through. You should have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through the first 2 loops and we have an unfinished double crochet. So yarn over and go into the next chain and make another unfinished double crochet like we did here. So you're going to repeat this till we have 5 made. Then yarn over and pull through all of the loops on your hook. And that is how to make a 5 double crochet together stitch. Now make a double crochet into the next 2 chains. And if you notice, we are kind of mirroring what we did here for this other side as well. In the next 7 chains, we're going to make a double crochet increase in each of them. And now make 1 double crochet into the next 8 chains. So into the next chain, we're going to place 5 double crochet stitches. And to make your work easier, place your stitch marker into the 3rd stitch here. Now we're going to make 1 double crochet into the remaining chains till we get to our starting chain. And in total you should have 8 double crochet stitches made. Okay, one thing to note is that this slip stitch doesn't count as a stitch, so we're not going to be placing any stitch into any slip stitch we make on each row. So now to finish up row 1, insert your hook into the very first double crochet stitch that you made, not into these 2 starting chain but into the top of the very first double crochet stitch, and you're going to make a slip stitch to join. And that's it for row 1. So this is how your work should look like. For row 2, chain up 2, and into that very same stitch we're going to make a double crochet. In the next stitch, make a double crochet increase, into the next make 1 double crochet stitch. So you're going to repeat this 5 more times. So in total you should have 6 sets made. So this is the first, the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth, and the sixth. Now into the next stitch, make a double crochet increase. And you're going to place a stitch marker into the last stitch. Then we're going to make our 5 double crochet together stitch. So once you're done with that, we're going to repeat what we did here as well. So into the next stitch, make a double crochet increase. And into the next stitch, make a double crochet. So you're going to repeat this 5 more times. So in total you should have 6 sets of that repeat made. And now into the next stitch, make a double crochet increase. So you're going to make 1 double crochet into the remaining stitches till you get to where you placed your stitch marker, and in total you should have 10 double crochet stitches. So I've worked till I got to my stitch marker. Take out your stitch marker and into that stitch make 5 double crochet. And now make 1 double crochet in each of the remaining stitches till you get to your stitch marker. You should have a total of 10 double crochet stitches made. Now make a slip stitch into the first double crochet stitch on this row. For row 3, chain up 2, and into that very same stitch make a double crochet like normal. And we're going to make 1 double crochet in the next 2 stitches. Into the next stitch, make an increase stitch. In the next, make a double crochet stitch. And now we're going to repeat this 7 more times. So now into the next stitch, make a double crochet increase. And take out your stitch marker and place it into the last stitch here. And now we're going to make a 3 double crochet together stitch. In the next stitch, make your double crochet increase. Into the next, make your double crochet stitch. And we're going to repeat this 7 more times. So in total, you should have 8 sets made. Now into the next stitch, make a double crochet increase. And now you're going to make 1 double crochet in each of the stitches till you get to where you placed your stitch marker. That's into the 3rd stitch of the 5 double crochet cluster. And in total, you should have 14 double crochet stitches. Take out the stitch marker and place 5 double crochet into the next stitch. Remember to place your stitch marker into the 3rd stitch of your 5 double crochet cluster. Make 1 double crochet into the remaining stitches till you get to the starting chain, and in total you should have 11 double crochet stitches made. Slip stitch to join, like we've been doing. For row 4, chain up 2, and into that same stitch you're going to make a double crochet. You're going to make 1 double crochet into each of the stitches till you get to where you placed your stitch marker, and in total you should have 27 double crochet stitches made. Take out your stitch marker and place it into the last stitch that you made. So now we're going to make our 3 double crochet together stitch. And once you've done that, you're going to make 1 double crochet in each of the stitches till you get to where you placed your stitch marker. So take out your stitch marker, and now you're going to place 3 double crochet into the next stitch. So now place 1 double crochet in each of the stitches till you get to your starting chain. And in total you should have 14 double crochet stitches made. So now slip stitch to join. And for me, I would like to change the color of my yarn for row 5. So I did a stripe pattern of 4 rows for each color. So attach your second color. So I kind of like to hold the shorter loose end and the longer one and work with it. So make your chain 2, starting chain like normal. And make 1 double crochet into that same stitch. Now place 1 double crochet into the next 5 stitches. Now we're going to repeat the increase and double crochet stitch for 10 times. So now we're going to place 1 double crochet into the next stitch. Take out your stitch marker and place it into the last stitch you just made. And now we're going to make 3 double crochet to get our stitch. Then mirror what you did here for here as well. Into the next 2 stitches, place 1 double crochet in each of them. And we're going to repeat the increase and double crochet stitch for 10 times. Like we did for the other side. So now you're going to place 1 double crochet into each of the stitches till you get to your stitch marker. Take out your stitch marker and place 3 double crochet into the next stitch. Place your stitch marker into the second stitch. And now place 1 double crochet in each of the stitches till you get to your starting chain. Slip stitch to join. Now chain up 2 and make a double crochet into that same stitch. So you're going to make 1 double crochet into each of the stitches till you get to the next stitch marker here. So guys, I just briefly want to show you guys what I meant by customization. So I made this with a 4mm hook. This is just 4 rows and this is how big it is. And this is the one we are making with the 3mm hook. and this is 5 rows. So as you can see, the whip with the 4mm hook is still slightly bigger than the one with the 3mm hook. So let's continue with the tutorial. Once you get to where you place your stitch marker, remove it and place it into your very last stitch. Now we're going to make the 3 double crochet together stitch. So once you're done with that, make 1 double crochet in each of the stitches till you get to where you place your stitch marker. So now once you get to your stitch marker, remove it and place 3 double crochet into the next stitch. So you're going to place 1 double crochet into each of the stitches till you get to your starting chain. Make a slip stitch to join. For row 7, chain up 2. Into that same stitch, make a double crochet. In the next 5 stitches, we're going to make 1 double crochet into each of them. So now we're going to make the repeat of increase and double crochet stitch for the total of 14 times. Now into the next stitch, make 1 double crochet. You're going to take out your stitch marker and place it into the last double crochet stitch that you just made. So now we're going to make our 3 double crochet together stitch. Then would mirror what we did here for this side as well. So into the next 2 stitches, make 1 double crochet in each of them. And we're going to repeat the increase and double crochet stitch for a total of 14 times. So now we're going to make 1 double crochet into each of the stitches till we get to the stitch marker. Take out your stitch marker and go into the next stitch with 3 double crochet. Now place 1 double crochet into each of the stitches till you get to your starting chain. And now for row 8, chain up 2. Into the very first stitch, place a double crochet. And now you're going to make 1 double crochet into each stitch till you get to your very first stitch marker here. When you get to where you place your stitch marker, remove it and place it into the last stitch that you made. And now we're going to make the 3 double crochet together stitch. So from here onwards, we're going to make 1 double crochet into each of the stitch till we get to the stitch marker here. Then you take out your stitch marker and place 3 double crochet into the stitch. Then make 1 double crochet into the remaining stitches till you get to the very last stitch here. So now for row 9, we're going to repeat the exact same thing that we did for row 8, but I'll be changing up my colors. Remember I said I was doing stripe pattern of 4 rows for each color. So just like we did for the previous row, you make 1 double crochet into each of the stitches till you get to your very first stitch marker here. Then you do your 3 double crochet together stitch. Then you make 1 double crochet in each of the stitches till you get to your second stitch marker. Then you make your 3 double crochet cluster. Then you make 1 double crochet till you get to your starting chain. So I'll do mine and show you guys how it looks. For row 10, chain up 2, and in that same stitch make a double crochet. And now you're going to make 1 double crochet in each of the next 9 stitches. So now I'm going to repeat the increase and double crochet stitch 18 times. So remove your stitch marker and you're going to make the 3 double crochet together stitch. Once you're done with that, go into the next stitch with a double crochet. And we're going to do the increase and double crochet repeats 18 times, just like we did for here. We're going to make 1 double crochet in each of the stitches. Take out your stitch marker and place 3 double crochet into so now make 1 double crochet in each of the stitches till you get to your starting chain. Slip stitch to join. And now for row 11, we're going to chain up 2 and in that very same stitch make a double crochet. So now place 1 double crochet in each stitch around till you get to your 3 double crochet together stitch. So now when you get to your double crochet together stitch, you're just going to place 1 double crochet into that stitch. Then continue making 1 double crochet around till you get to your stitch marker here at the bottom. Then you place 3 double crochet into the stitch. After that, make 1 double crochet into each of the stitches till you get to your starting chain. Now I'll meet you guys when I'm done with mine. So just chain up 2 and place a double crochet into that very same stitch. Then you're going to make 1 double crochet around in each and every stitch till you get to your starting chain. So even in the second stitch marker that will usually increase, we are not going to be increasing. So just place 1 double crochet in here instead of 3, and I'll meet you guys when I'm done with mine. So guys, I am done with my row 12. Now chain up 1 and fasten off, and we'll start making the neckline. Now to make the neckline, you would first of all have to identify your middle stitch here. So to do that, identify the 3 double crochet together stitch you made in row 10, and this is the middle stitch. Place a stitch marker there. So now you're going to count 9 stitches from both sides and place a stitch marker on the 9th stitch. So now count 21 stitches away from the stitch marker on the sides. And place a stitch marker on the 21 stitch. So do the same for this other side as well. So the middle here is going to be our neckline, and from here to here is where we're going to work the shoulder panel. Now let's start up the shoulder panel. I'll start working from the side first. Remove your last stitch marker you placed here and attach your yarn. After making your chain 2, go into that same stitch and make a double crochet. So from here onwards, we're going to repeat an increase stitch and 2 double crochet stitches till we have 3 stitches remaining. So into the next stitch, make an increase stitch. Then in the next 2 stitches, you make 1 double crochet into each of them. Then in the next stitch, make an increase stitch. In the next 2 stitches, 1 double crochet in each of them. So do that till you have 3 stitches remaining. So I've worked till I have 3 stitches remaining. So now we're going to make a 3 double crochet together stitch. So you can remove your stitch marker now. So now you have 2 options to either chain up 2 and turn your work and continue row 2, or if you're particular like I am, so let me show you guys what I mean. I don't want this top to be reversible. I want this side to remain like this and the back to remain like this. So I'm going to chain up 1 and fasten up. So now attach your yarn into the very first stitch here. and chain up 2. You're going to make 1 double crochet in each of the stitches till you get to the very last stitch. So repeat row 2 till you have 8 rows made. So this is the one I made. And I made 4 rows with one color and switched up to another color. So chain up 1 and fasten up. So guys, when you're done with this side, do the same for the other side as well. So because I was trying to maintain the front like this, I actually did the other side in reverse. So I'll briefly show you guys how I did mine. But if you don't mind, you can actually just start from the last stitch marker like I did for here and work like normal. So let me show you guys how to maintain the fronts like this. So you're basically going to do every row in reverse for the other side to maintain the front. And to start up the row, chain up 1, then you're going to yarn over and insert your hook into the closest stitch marker to the middle. Insert your hook, yarn over and pull through. So yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Now you have an unfinished double crochet. And since we are working in the reverse, we're going to make 2 more unfinished double crochet. Then yarn over and pull through all of the loops. So from here onwards, you're just going to mirror whatever you did on this row on this other side. Then you fasten off. So for me, 2 double crochet and an increase stitch. Then chain up 1 and fasten off. Just like we did for the previous row. And now for the next row, which is row 2, make a chain again and yarn over and go into the very first stitch here. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and yarn over, pull through the remaining 2 loops to make a double crochet. So now you're going to make 1 double crochet in each of the stitch till you get to the very last stitch. So chain up 1 and fasten off. Now you're going to repeat each and every other row like this. Just make sure you do the same thing you did here for here as well. So now we're going to go ahead and make the border. So the first thing you're going to do is to skip 8 stitches from where you place your last double crochet here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And place your stitch marker into the 8th stitch. And on this side, you're going to skip 9 stitches, and I will explain why later. And place your stitch marker into the 9th stitch. And now we can start the border. So we're going to start working from this stitch marker down to the 2nd stitch marker on this side. So remove the stitch marker and insert your hook. So now you're going to attach your yarn and chain up 1. Then insert your hook back into the stitch, yarn over and pull through, insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over and pull through, then yarn over and pull through the 3 loops on your hook. And this is how to make a single crochet decrease. In the next stitch, make a half double crochet. Then we're going to repeat 2 double crochet and an increase stitch 3 times. So into the next stitch, make a double crochet. Into the next stitch, make a double crochet. In the next, make an increase stitch. So repeat this 2 more times. So we're going to place 1 double crochet in each of the stitches till you have 4 stitches remaining before your stitch marker. Remember, on the previous row, we didn't increase like normal. We only placed 1 double crochet into the middle of the 3 double crochet cluster. So I placed the stitch marker into the double crochet stitch. So now we're going to make a 4 double crochet together stitch. Chain up 1 and fasten off. So now we're going to work on this side as well. So go directly into the next stitch. After the stitch, we place our stitch marker and attach your yarn. Chain up 2, and we're going to make 3 unfinished double crochet. Yarn over and pull through. So we're kind of trying to reverse what we did here for this side as well. So you're going to make 1 double crochet in each of the stitches till you have 13 stitches remaining from where you placed your stitch marker. So you're going to repeat an increase stitch and 2 double crochet 3 times. So into the next stitch, make a half double crochet. In the next 2 stitches, we're going to make a single crochet decrease. Then into the last stitch, make a slip stitch. Chain up 1 and fasten off. So now skip 12 stitches from this side. And in the 12th stitch, place your stitch marker. On this side, skip 13 stitches, so we are counting the slip stitch as a stitch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Place your stitch marker. And now we're going to start up row 2 of the border. Remove your stitch marker here and attach your yarn. In the next 2 stitches, place 1 single crochet in each of them. In the next 3 stitches, place 1 half double crochet in each of them. Then you're going to make 1 double crochet in each of the stitches till we get to the very last stitch here. Place 2 double crochet at the side of this double crochet stitch. And into the next stitch here, make 1 double crochet. Remove your stitch marker and place a double crochet into the next stitch. Into the next stitch, place a double crochet. Into the side here, we're going to make 1 double crochet. Then on top of the stitch, make 1 double crochet. So you're going to make 1 double crochet in each stitch till you have 6 stitches remaining from where you placed your stitch marker. Into the next 3 stitches, place 1 half double crochet. In the next 2 stitches, place 1 single crochet. Then remove your stitch marker and make a slip stitch. So for row 3, you're going to skip 4 stitches on both sides. So starting from the chain 1 that you did here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and place a stitch marker on the 5th stitch. And do the same for the other side as well. And now let's start up row 3. Remove your stitch marker and attach your yarn. Attach your yarn and chain up 1. Now we're going to make our single crochet decrease. In the next stitch, make 1 half double crochet, and now you're going to repeat 2 double crochet and an increase stitch 3 times. So once you're done with that, you're going to make 1 double crochet in each stitch till you have 13 stitches remaining on the other side. So now we're going to repeat increase and 2 double crochet 3 times. The next stitch, make a half double crochet and a single crochet decrease. Now take out your stitch marker and make a slip stitch. Chain up 1 and fasten off. So for row 4, you're going to skip 1 stitch on both sides and place your stitch marker on the second stitch. So I'll skip the chain 1 stitch here and place my stitch marker on the decrease stitch. So do the same thing for this one as well. Skip the slip stitch and place your stitch marker on the decrease stitch. Now remove your stitch marker and attach your yarn. Chain up 1. In the next 2 stitches, place 1 single crochet in each of them. In the next 3 stitches, place 1 half double crochet in each of them. So now we need to identify the middle of the stitches from the previous row, because we're trying to kind of do the same thing that we did for the row 1 of our border here. So this was the middle stitch when we made row 1. So once you have that figured out, you're going to make 1 double crochet in each of the stitches till you have 4 stitches remaining, like we did for row 1. So I worked till I have 4 stitches remaining. Now we're going to make the 4 double crochet together stitch. Chain up 1 and fasten up. So now skip the stitch and go into the next, and we'll do the same thing we did here. Attach your yarn and chain up 2 and make 3 unfinished double crochet. Then you're going to make 1 double crochet in each of the stitches till you have 6 stitches remaining. So now in the next 3 stitches, make 1 half double crochet in each of them. In the next 2 stitches, make 1 single crochet in each of them and make a slip stitch into the very last stitch here. Chain up 1 and fasten off. For row 5, you're going to skip 5 stitches on both sides. And place a stitch marker on the 6th stitch. Do the same for the other side as well. And now we'll make row 5. So attach your yarn, chain up 1, and we're going to make our single crochet decrease. In the next stitch, make a half double crochet, and now we are going to repeat 2 double crochet and an increase stitch 3 times. So now you're going to make 1 double crochet till you get to the very last stitch here. So now guys, you're going to repeat what we did in row 2. You know how to join these 2 parts together. Now in the side, we'll place 2 double crochet stitches. So now you're going to make 1 double crochet in each of the stitches till you have 13 stitches remaining. Now we're going to repeat an increase and 2 double crochet stitches 3 times. So now we're going to make a half double crochet into the next stitch, and into the next 2 stitches make a single crochet decrease. In the last stitch, make your slip stitch like normal. Chain up 1 and fasten off. And we'll make the final row. Now for row 6, place your stitch marker at the 5th stitch on each side, and we're going to start up row 6. The next stitch, you're going to make your single crochet decrease, and the next stitch make a half double crochet, and we're going to make 2 double crochet and an increase stitch 4 times. Now we're going to make 1 double crochet in each of the stitches till we have 16 stitches remaining. So before we make the back panel, you need to take the measurement of the widest part of your top. Mine is 19 inches. That's going to be the measurement for the base of your back panel. So this is the back panel I made for my second top. I decided to show you guys with this one because it's very close to Valentine's Day and I want to just finish up the tutorial. Now for my back panel, I made a total number of chains that measures up to the width of my front panel, and that was 62 chains. And I'll be giving a short demonstration on how to make yours so that this video is not lengthy. So to begin, you're going to start by making a slip knot, and you're going to chain as much chains that measures up to the width of your front panel. So for me, I did a total of 62 chains. But for this short demo, I'll be making a total of 10 chains. So once you've gotten your desired number of chains, hold on to the last chain that you made and chain up 2. These 2 won't count as a stitch. So yarn over, turn your work, and you're going to skip that 2 chains that you just made and go into the back loop of the 3rd chain with a double crochet. Now you're going to make 1 double crochet in each stitch till you get to the end of the row. Make sure to work in the back loop only. So now for row 2, chain up 2 and turn your work. Now you're going to go into the very first stitch with a double crochet. Remember, chain 2 doesn't count as a stitch. Make 1 double crochet in each of the stitches till you get to the very last stitch here. So you're going to repeat row 2 till you get to your desired measurement. So let me show you guys how I figured out the length of my back panel. So to determine the length of your front panel, you're going to measure from your neckline down to the bottom. Yeah, so mine is 16 inches. And this is my back panel. So I maintained the 4 rows stripe pattern, and I did a total of 32 rows for mine. Now let's attach both panels together. Now we're going to attach both panels together. Turn your front panel to the back, because anywhere we are making our slip stitches will automatically become the back. So this is the front of mine and this is the back, and we'll start attaching. So insert your hook into the last stitch here, and into the last stitch on this panel as well. Then attach your yarn. You can tie to secure. Now insert your hook back into the last 2 stitches on both panels. Yarn over, pull through and chain up 1. Now go into the next stitch. Insert your hook into the next stitch on this panel and into the next stitch on the other panel and make a slip stitch. Insert your hook into the next stitch on this panel and into the next stitch on the other panel and make a slip stitch. So you're going to do that till you get to the very last stitch here. Now chain up 1 and fasten off. So go ahead and do the same for the other shoulder part as well. So I'm done with both sides, and now we're going to work on the sides of the cardigan. Arrange your work. The shoulder part I made was for both the front and the back, so I folded it into 2 like this. So once you've done that, you're going to eyeball what row you started working on the border for the back panel and place a stitch marker on that row. Do that for both sides. So now we're going to start attaching the front to the back panel. Remember I said you should place your stitch marker when we made the front panel in the middle of the very first double crochet at the corner. So remove your stitch marker from there and insert your hook into that corner and into the very last stitch here. Now attach your yarn, tie to secure, insert your hook into the stitches we just walked into, yarn over and chain up one. So for this we're going to be slip stitching randomly. So what I advise to do is to place your stitch marker into the beginning of your border. Then you're going to align both sides together like so and just slip stitch randomly. So you get to where you placed your stitch marker. So do the same for this other side as well. So guys, I'm done attaching both sides. Now flip your work to the front and we're going to start making the sleeves. So I'll start working from one of the armholes. And I'll be starting with this color. You can start with whatever color that you want. So I'm going to start from the very last slip stitch that we made when we were attaching the sides together. So just place your work like this and you'll be able to spot the last slip stitch that you made. Insert your hook into that stitch and attach your yarn. Go back into the stitch and yarn over and pull through. So chain up 2 and into that same stitch make a double crochet. So this is our first double crochet for this row and this chain 2 doesn't count as a stitch. So you're going to go into the next stitch here. That's the first border and make a. Now into the next stitch on the side here, make a single crochet. Into the next stitch, make a single crochet. So you're going to make one single crochet in each of the stitches till you get to the shoulder part and I'll tell you what to do. So from here onwards till we get to the last stitch here, we'll be placing 2 double crochet into each row till we get to the very last stitch here. So I've worked till I got to the very last stitch here. So now insert your hook into the very first double crochet that you made. And yarn over and make a slip stitch. So now for row 2, chain up 2 and you're going to turn your work. So into the very same stitch here, you're going to place 1 double crochet. And place 1 double crochet in each stitch around till you get to the starting chain here. So I've worked my way around till I got to the very last stitch here. Now place 1 double crochet into the last stitch. And we're going to slip stitch into the very first double crochet stitch that we made for the row. So not into the starting chain, but the very first double crochet stitch. So now you're going to repeat row 2 till you're very comfortable with the length of your sleeves. While working on mine, I still maintain the stripe pattern of 4 rows of each color. So let's do this one more time. Row 3, chain up 2 and turn your work. Now into that very same stitch, you're going to make a double crochet. So guys, I'm going to continue doing mine off camera and I'll tell you how many rows I did and give you the measurements for my own sleeve. And the same way we made this is how we're going to make the second sleeve as well. So guys, I'm done with both of my sleeves. I've been leaving the amount of rows I made for the sleeves and also leaving the measurements on the screen. Now, let me show you guys how to finish up your sleeve. So now we're going to make the border for the neckline. So you can actually attach your yarn wherever, but I like to start here where we attach the shoulder panel to the back panel. Attach your yarn, chain up 1, and in the very first row here, you're going to place 2 single crochet. So now you're going to place 2 single crochet in each row by the side till you get to your neckline. So when I get to the very last row here, I would place a single crochet on top, like so, then 2 single crochet by the side. So now we're going to go into the next stitch here and make a single crochet into that stitch. So from here till we get to the shoulder panel, we're going to make 1 single crochet in each stitch. So now we're going to repeat what we did here for this side as well. So going to the side with 2 single crochet, and into the top part here you place 1 single crochet. Now you're going to place 2 single crochet on the side of each row till you get to the back panel here, and in the back panel you place 1 single crochet in each of the stitches till you get to your starting chain, like we did here. Make a slip stitch into the very first single crochet that you made to join, then chain up 1 and cut off. So now we've come to the end of the tutorial. Go ahead and hide your loose ends and try your sweater on. If you had so much fun making this like I did, give this video a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. And I look forward to seeing pictures of your work. If you ever get to make this sweater, please send it to me via any of my social media platforms. It's really going to make my day. And for now, bye. See you guys in another tutorial very soon.